Hey Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for September 16th through the 22nd. We're going to connect you and see what's coming up for you the week ahead. We're going to pull some weekly messages for you from this deck here, and then we're going to pull a crystal card for you from the crystal deck to see what crystal might be good for our Aquarius friends to work with in the coming weeks for manifestation. All right, and as always, if you like the card decks I'm using, if you want to know more about them, I always have a link in the description of the video that will take you to go check out the card decks if you want to do that. But we're going to see what's coming up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. And we're going to see what the cards have to say, what's in store for our lovely Aquarius friends. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my darlings. All right. So, let's go get our little stand here. Monday, Tuesday for Aquarius. We have wild child Aquarius. You all are going to be wild Monday, Tuesday? What's going on? Playing hooky from work? Playing hooky from school? Maybe not necessarily, but you might be having like this desire for something more Monday, Tuesday. It's really interesting, Aquarius, because I feel what I kind of am getting from the different readings for this coming week. I feel some of the signs are really getting hit with that full moon energy this week. It's like maybe like they felt the energy over the weekend, but like they're not processing it until like this week, or they're not releasing until this week. And the Pisces full moon brought up some vulnerabilities in some people, really sent people searching for like a sense of purpose or connection or an awakening to like how they feel they're meant to show up in the world. But I feel, Aquarius, with this card, some of you are feeling a desire for adventure. You're feeling a desire to just have a certain level of freedom and to explore and to really be yourself. So as you're connecting with the higher self, I feel like you are beginning this stage, or you're beginning this time of really like enjoying being free, being yourself, not having to edit yourself, being able to go do the things that you've wanted to do. Like I said, there's really like this hunger for adventure that seems to be coming up for a lot of you Monday, Tuesday. And for some of you, it will be in relation to travel. Some of you are preparing to do something to travel, to go see exotic places, or to visit places that you've always kind of felt like a past life connection with. I do feel for some reason, Aquarius, some of you are getting into some kind of role playing. Now, it could be like acting, like maybe some of you are hungry to get into drama or into theater, and you might be picking that up as a hobby, or maybe it's something you did when you were younger and it's kind of calling back to you again, and you're like, hey, I just want to do this. Or some of you, maybe you're like, look, I'm not trying to become famous, I'm not trying to quit my day job, but I think I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to pick up some roles, pick up some acting. For some reason, I'm getting a sense of role playing. Now, I do have to say a lot, and it hasn't come up like in your face blatantly yet for your reading, but we're still on your first card, so we'll see. And you guys know I try to keep love out of the weekly forecasts, but a lot of the signs this week had a lot of stuff coming up that was in relation to the bedroom, if you know what I mean. Although it's not always limited to the bedroom. But so role playing for some of you, I don't know, it could be like you're wanting to be more adventurous in like your physical settings and like your physical intimacy. But for whatever reason, I'm getting a sense or a feeling of like role playing, like action, adventure, fantasy. Maybe some of you are getting into LARPing. I don't know, but there seems to be like this whimsical fantasy, like just kind of like exploration, like just a spirit of fun and creativity. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful energy. But you seem to be in this energy Monday, Tuesday. Your Wednesday, Thursday, my darlings, is soulmate. So look, this whimsicalness, this sense of adventure, this desire to be yourself is bringing you soulmate connection. Okay, I do feel for some of you, you may be having kind of feeling like someone from the past preparing to return. But for the majority of you, I'm going to say like maybe 75-80% of you, I feel this is more you have this feeling somebody new is coming and somebody significant. You're like, I feel my person. I feel my person is close at hand. I feel my person is coming in. And you might feel like you're just feeling their energy even though you have not yet met them. That has happened to me many times in my life before somebody very significant came along. Okay, so also be open minded as to what kind of soulmate this is. But I do think for the majority of you, this is a soulmate having to do with like life partner kind of energy, like life partner soulmate. Okay, so there's some kind of release or clearing that you might be going through on your end Wednesday, Thursday, that's going to open up the door for this soulmate connection to happen in the physical realm. So they might not be coming in Wednesday, Thursday, but I feel the wheels are in motion and you may be feeling or sensing some things about them intuitively and having more of a sense of, okay, wow, this person's really coming in. Another feeling I'm kind of getting from this energy is I do feel, Aquarius, that um, there's someone like a memory that came to your mind over the course of this full moon weekend that you were like, nope, I'm not even going to entertain that. I'm so over it. I don't want to think about it. And you just kind of saw it as like negativity and you were like, no. But I feel like what Spirit is saying, something was trying to be released. And instead of allowing it to release, you pushed it down. It's going to, for those of you who did this, it's going to come back up again midweek. And Spirit is saying, let it come up and release it. Let yourself be angry. Let yourself cry it out if you want to cry it out. This isn't being negative. This is getting rid of it so it's not, floating around hidden somewhere in your spirit or in your soul. So I do feel Wednesday, Thursday, there's something coming to the surface. And it's coming to the surface because it needs to be released because it's been blocking a new person from coming in or some kind of reconciliation from happening. So it's going to be in your best and highest good for your love life if you can allow yourself to feel this thing and release it, let it out. Let yourself have a good cry, let yourself get upset, let yourself journal or listen to music or hike or go running or whatever it is you need to do to work that energy out of your system. Take a nice sea salt bath maybe. Okay, your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have say what you mean. So for some of you, this soulmate thing or this reconciliation, or maybe it's not even maybe it's not a reconciliation. Maybe for some of you, it's more of a thing of closure, like to finalize or to end things in some way. In some cases, you're being asked to say what you mean. You're being asked not to hold back, and you're being asked not to mince words here. Okay. I want to say something to you about this that's very important. If you look at this picture, it looks like, they're both not, excuse me. Ooh, quick little yawn there. I'm sorry. They're both not fans of each other at the moment. Like they don't even want to look at each other, right? And it looks like he may be saying something. See, you always run away. You don't want to hear me. And she kind of has her hand over her ear, like she doesn't want to hear it. Like she's like, whatever. Like I'm not even listening to you. But I feel like what Spirit is saying here, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female or whichever role you identify as. I feel like what Spirit is saying here with this card and with the picture here is that when this person comes around, or when you're kind of getting this closure or trying to heal from the situation, a part of your healing is going to be to speak the truth to this person. Okay, whether it happens this week or next week, a part of your truth is going to be to speak this truth to this person. Okay, and this person may not want to hear it. They might kind of act like, they're the victim in the situation, and you're being harsh on them, and they don't want your negativity. Like they might be acting in a way like they don't want to hear it, or they don't want to deal with it, or like, they're not listening to you. And so Spirit is saying, don't get caught up on that. Don't get caught up on, um, how they're responding to what you're saying. Simply just speak your truth, right? She can keep her hand over her ear all she wants. She's going to hear stuff. And what's meant to stick is going to stick. And she's going to have to think about it, and she's going to have to process it later. Okay? And the same thing will be true for your person. They may want to dismiss it, but the important things will get through. And you might not get the response that you wanted. You might not get the admission of guilt or the apology or whatever. You might not get that response, but it's still important for you to speak your truth. It's important for you to get all the stuff out, so you're no longer holding on to it and pushing it down inside, because that creates blocks. So speaking your truth about the matter or the situation is actually helping you unblock yourself so that you can allow something better to come in. Okay, that's the feeling and the vibe I'm getting here with this card in that way for a lot of you, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I also feel that for some of you, you're breaking a cycle where maybe before, like, your communications would escalate to like borderline, like maybe throwing things or arguing or fighting, and you're getting control of yourself to where it doesn't escalate like that. Like, you're learning to speak your truth, you're learning to communicate, you're learning to use your words. And if things are getting heated, you're learning to just kind of pull yourself away. So maybe some of you have had issues in the past with controlling your temper, but I feel like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something may be happening where you're learning to control your temper, or you're learning to approach the situation in a more productive kind of way. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the crystal that's being recommended for Aquarius for the coming weeks. You might want to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos as well, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. Also, since we're doing the whole crystal thing, you might like your moon sign or rising sign crystal better, or you may want to get a few different crystals and do a few different affirmations. But we're going to go ahead and see what's coming up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. And as always, guys, if you like the cards, you want to know more about them, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to which decks I'm using this week. All right. So it says, create healthy patterns in relationships. Connect with the sweetness of life. Maintain heart-centered awareness. Get to the heart of the matter. Okay, so this is what Spirit is trying to help you manifest right now. We're going to flip this over in just a second and see what crystal is being recommended for you to do this. But it sounds overall, Aquarius, like Spirit's really trying to help you connect with your emotions and feelings. And that makes sense, especially with the message that was coming up for Wednesday, right? Like, let yourself feel the feelings, let them come to the surface. Thursday, Friday, speak them, speak the truth, let them out. If you can't make your emotions a priority, how can you manifest a partner or a person who's gonna, or friends even, who are gonna make your emotions a priority? So this is what Spirit's trying to help you manifest at this time. The crystal here is malachite, and it says, I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. Okay, so this is what's coming up for you. I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. Malachite is the stone here. So you can find it in most metaphysical shops. It is a fairly common stone. Depending on the metaphysical shop you might have in your area, maybe they're not as diverse, or maybe they don't have as big of an inventory, but you can definitely find malachite online. It's not too hard of a stone to come across, and so this is a stone that's being encouraged for you, Aquarius, for I'm going to say the coming weeks, because there's a lot of shifts in energy that we're going through, and a lot of people collectively are breaking out of a lot of cycles. So I would say, do this for a while, work with the stone for a while if it's resonating with you. it could be very helpful. All right, my darlings, be sure to check out your moon sign, rising sign. Like I said, some of you want to know more about love life. I do the love life reading separate on this channel. So if you click on the description link, the link in the description of the video, it will take you to the September love readings. October love readings are going to be up in the next few days. So if you hit subscribe and notification, you'll get a notice when those are up. And some of you might need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you guys. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, it will show you the reading options, the prices, the availability. I just ask, guys, that you please be thorough when filling out the reading request form, because a lot of people are not providing the information that I need. I need a first name of anybody you're asking about, because this is going to help me connect with their energy. A person's name holds a lot of power. I need the first name, I need the date of birth, and then don't just write love, career. I need a little bit of a background. What's going on? Are you in separation from a person? Are you in a relationship that you're thinking about leaving? Are you trying to figure out or pick between two people? Have you been single for a long time and you feel really blocked and you're wondering when you're going to meet someone? If you put work, what does that mean? Work, career. Like, are you trying to start a business? Are you unemployed, trying to find work? Are you thinking of making a career change? Just give me a little bit of that background. Let me know what's going on. Otherwise, what happens is that time that you paid for, I end up having to use a good chunk of it to try to figure out what your situation is. And that takes away from the time of telling you what's going to happen or what's coming up ahead. So if you can give me that little context, it helps me get more of the future information out to you, if you get what I'm saying about that, or like more advice for what's coming up ahead down the road. That's going to be helpful for me. Keep in mind, guys, though, the forecast videos are they are general readings, so you might need a private reading. More than happy to do them for you. I used to try to email people and say, hey, I didn't get the name, or I didn't get this, or I didn't get that. Or other people are like messaging me and saying, oh, I forgot this question when I signed up for my reading, or oh, I gave you the wrong phone number, or I try to call people for their readings and they gave me the wrong phone number. Guys, it's a mess. I can't keep the messages straight. Like, it's becoming very overwhelming. So the readings get delayed, and then people are emailing, hey, where's my reading? Why is it late? So if you guys could help me out by just submitting the reading request the way that I ask for it, it's going to help me give you the best possible reading. It's going to help me get the readings out faster. From now on, I cannot accept changes. Once your reading request is in, it's in. That's it. I can't make changes to it. And then if your reading request is incomplete, if you didn't give me names or if you didn't give me the background, I'm just going to take your reading off calendar. I'm going to return the payment to you, and you'll get like a thing that says, that the reading's been canceled, and then you'll have to reschedule, because it's becoming very difficult for me to go back and forth and keep everything, like match up this email with that request, and it's becoming like stressful. So I'd really appreciate you guys if you could help me out with that. And I do love reading for you, and I want to continue doing private readings, and that would help me so much. Again, I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week.